Well, hello, everybody. We are live today for our second live of the team. And I am so excited to share with you another awesome member of ours journey within the team and introduce to you to Martin. Martin has joined me today and he's going to tell us his journey with the team. He is, I don't want to say much about this, Martin. So I'll let you do some of the talking and tell everybody about you. So I already let the cat out of the hat. Obviously, your name is Martin. Maybe Martin, tell us today a little bit about what are your hobbies, interests? Who is Martin, really?
Yep. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our team's live. And I am Martin again. And I am a person who loves traveling. And as much as possible, I really take like once a travel once a month for relaxation and chill and to be with my personal self.
Awesome. So Martin, tell us, I love the once a month traveling. That's good life.
Yep.
So tell me, tell the viewers, when did you join the team? And also maybe with that, tell the viewers like how did you and I meet?
Okay. So actually, I joined the team January 6th of the year
Mm-hmm.
2019. And as of now, I am the longest running team member from the team. So I started when Anna started as well. And then my position on the team is the marketing manager. And I also handle social media for the
Yeah.
team. And just additional position as I am now the somewhat scout manager of the team. So I look for new members that is in line with our goals and our
Mm-hmm.
future goals that we have in line.
Yeah. I think you are the longest standing team member. So when I decided to have a real estate team, you were the first person that I came across. And, you and I clicked really well from the beginning. I think one of the things that was amazing with you was that whenever I was like telling you, okay, I am thinking that the brand is going to be pink. And now it's funny. You obviously, for those of you that are that follow all of our stuff, you know that the color that is all across everything is pink. Now, pink is not my favorite color. Now, it is one of my favorite colors, but it's not the first favorite color. But for whatever reason, pink has been good to me. Anything that's been major in my life, there has been some kind of pink in it. So that's what it is. Pink. I decided with the pink color to really stand out and also to give a little bit of a character to our team. And Martin, being a guy, he totally embraced it, which was amazing. And the designs he was coming up with, it was better than what I had envisioned in my own head. So I remember when the very first time you sent me the design, I was like, oh my gosh, this is even better than what I thought. You had such a cool perspective of what to put where. And it was just like really the perfect click at the very beginning, right?
Yeah.
So it's really good. So obviously you talked about your position within the team, but talk to me about before becoming part of the team. Like, what was your impression about, initial impression about real estate? Because it's interesting, right? Like, everybody's got a different idea of what real estate is. Last week, we talked to Eva, and she shared what her perspective of real estate was, why she got into real estate. But I want to know, like, what was your impression of real estate before you joined the team?
Actually, real estate is somewhat away from what I studied before. Like I graduated with a degree of international tourism. So real estate is somewhat away from what I know from the past. Then what's on my mind is just real estate is just simply buying and selling properties, like agents looking for buyers, then selling it, or agents looking for sellers, then offering them a property, like the usual common agents are doing. That's my perspective before.
Yeah. And it's funny because that's, I mean, that's what I thought. I thought you just, somebody wants to sell their home, they just call you, and then as an agent, here I am, I write
Yeah.
the paperwork and then put it in the market, and then that's it. Somebody's going to buy it and make sure that I help the buyers or sellers, and that's it. That's all there is to it. But now, mind you, um, there is of course there is that piece to it, but there's a lot that goes on, as you know now, right? So
Yeah.
how has that perspective changed since you joined this team? Now I know, like, we do things obviously very differently than how traditional agent operates, but we're not going to talk about that. What is it that you like? What was that change in perspective when you joined the team, since you joined the team?
Yep. When I joined the team, everything turned around. That I found out
Mm-hmm.
that doing real estate is not just simply buying and selling properties, but it's also like we are giving a second mile service to our clients because we are helping them to achieve their dream houses, a house for them to
Mm-hmm.
comfortably live. And I realized that this team is not just giving properties or offering people properties, but the service for them to enjoy their properties that they will be living, or they could get what they really, or how much their house really value.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of work outside of just selling and buying. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
offering stories. We are giving them stories. We are giving them a new life for them to live in. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like that's the thing with it, right? Like I love that you said that, because in when it comes to real estate, like, it's somebody's home. I think the way I look at it, I feel like it's the most intimate space of people's, right? It's the most private space. I know some people, they don't allow everybody in their homes even. They're super private. It's just their sanctuary. It's where they go to after everything. It's where, like, beautiful memories take place, whether it's your first home or it's your second or 10th. It doesn't matter. It's very important. It's where you spend time with your families and friends and loved ones. And I think that that is super, super important. And it is truly, truly a privilege for us to be part of this journey with people. Now, of course, during buying and selling, it's also a very it could be as a result of a life change, right? Something is always happening in people's lives, whether for the better, or I always like to think of it that it's always for the better, right? They're going through challenging times and they just are using us to help them, go from wherever they are right now to where they want to go. And I think that that's something, we really take pride in to be part of. And like you said, there's a lot of stuff that's being done now. I love how you're like summarizing it. There's a lot to be done after, but a lot of the stuff that you do, it's there's a lot of things that you do to I think, like, you kind of downplay the what you do to get these homes out there and marketed and sold, and make sure that they show in the best light. Because, as you know, sometimes when we take pictures of some homes, they're not really. I just actually reminded me of one time we posted a picture of a home that we had to do a lot of editing, right? It was different. I think you know which which one I'm talking about. But yeah, there's a lot to do with like getting the home showing the way it needs to show on the seller side, and of course on the buyer side, making sure that the buyer's needs are communicated correctly and making sure that they're happy and it's not a stressful time. It's just we take on that stress from them and that they can just go and relax and make sure that everything is done properly. Yeah.
Actually,
So,
just to add, we are not just
yeah.
offering
Yeah.
them like the looks of the house, but also the opportunities that it offers. Like for example, now we have a lot that is a big lot that we could that they
Yeah.
could use it for a lot of stuffs. They could even divide it,
Mm-hmm.
like things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like we have to talk about all the good points about the home, all of the features, all the amazing stuff that the potentials that a home offers and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me like maybe share a real story, real experience that, maybe you want to share with the viewers right now about what it is that what it was about or um, that you experienced during your time in real estate, like in the team. Like what was, share a story that happened.
Actually, there is a funny story that I could share. Like, I am new to the team by that time. So, there is a new listing that we have. Then I keep on posting photos of a listing. And then I realized
Mm-hmm.
photos that I am posting is from a different property. So I was shocked that, oh, why did I post this photo on a different address? But luckily, with the help of, since we are a team, we a lot of eyes are into a one listing. Then even if we posted that one time a property with using a different photo, we are still luckily we luckily sell the property for more than the asking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really like a funny story, but a good thing. But at the end of the day, we already sold the property above the asking price of the client.
Yeah, yeah. That was I remember that where it was like, what is that? That's not, but actually in your defense, it wasn't really like you. It was actually the photographer sent the wrong picture of the wrong house they took, I guess, after us. And
Mhm.
then you didn't know. And then we saw the first few pictures and we're like, yeah, this is good. What, do your thing. And of course, you went in there and you did your thing because you had no idea. But after we looked at it, we're like, wait, what? This is not the right problem. And yeah, that's it. That's the beauty of the team because everybody, we've got so many different eyes on so many different things, and we corrected it correctly. We corrected it early on, and yes, we did sell it for really, really higher than what the neighborhood sold. And that's another thing I love doing is with the team, we actually, so if any of your neighbors hire us, like go ahead and thank them because by them hiring us, you now have increased your value in that neighborhood. Because oftentimes we actually bring in a new benchmark. This is something really interesting though. I was just thinking about, a lot of people, I mean, myself, whenever I see a home that is sold in my neighborhood, I want to know how much it's sold for. And I know that sometimes when the property is sold a lot less than what the market value is because of different circumstances, whether it's like a distressed property or something like that, now the next time we go there, we have to now like the property values have all gone down, and I'm happy to say that as a result of all the stuff that you do and the team does in terms of like the different layers and approaches of marketing that we do increase the valuation of the whole neighborhood. So that's really, really awesome. And I know that, in our team now, back then it was just the two of us. right? And then there came the third person and the fourth person. And of course, now we are a team of over 10 individuals in the team, which is really awesome. Thanks to you, because you've done a lot of the scouting as well. I want to ask you, like, what is it about our team that is that you love? Of course, we've got our core value, but what part of this core value really um, are you do you love the most?
Yep. So being part of this team, I really love everything. Like the family spirit that you guys are giving me, the learning that everyone is willing to share, everyone is willing to learn as well. And the most thing is the wide open helping hands that I myself are giving from other team members as well. Like even you are giving me that one. So with regards to our core values, what I really like the most is empower and inspiring others. Like everyone from the
Yeah.
team really motivating each other. Everyone is taking actions, and everyone is giving their best selves. Like I could really feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are not just doing our part for ourselves, but also we are doing our parts for everyone. And that really results
Mm-hmm.
to our client. Like even if everyone is, if everyone or everyone watching the live, you could check our Google page. Like you could really see how
Mm-hmm.
blessed our clients. And that is a result of the family spirit that we are sharing, the core values that we are in line with regards to our team.
Yeah. I think I love that. I think that we have built a great culture within the team where everybody is really willing to help one another for sure. There's a lot of great pieces to it that we have in the team that is, of course, it didn't happen overnight, as you know, because you were the first person in the team. You saw how this team grew and then kind of contracted and then grew and then contracted. But I think at this point in 2024, the people that we have in the team really, really are in alignment with the core values that we have. And it's truly a blessing to be coming to work, to be, helping other people with really friends. Like I feel like we are a family, we're friends. And, something that we do is we definitely share what's working, what's not working, but we work as a team, right? So that's the beauty of our team. It's not like we're all like a bunch of her just moving in the same direction, but really like more of a sports team where everybody's got a different role to play within the team, which is really, really awesome. Um, so with that, I know that maybe something I want to share is that, Martin, when you joined the team, there was a time that you joined the team and everything was going great, but then you decided that, you know what, I got this job somewhere else that was always my dream to do. And then you told me, you said, "Hey Anna, you know what, I got this job that I love doing. I've always wanted to do." Now I know I'm putting you on the spot right now because I realize like we have a lot more time to go on here. So maybe we can share. I know like something, first of all, I want to say for those of you that are watching, I am totally putting the team in an uncomfortable position because they love doing what they do and they don't feel like they should they don't want to be like on camera or anything like that. They're like, "Anna, you're good, just be the one on camera." But as a result of a few feedbacks we got last year, as you know, we survey our clients every single time. So as a result of the feedbacks we got from our clients, which we're totally open to, we love feedbacks, right? So we heard that people were like, "Okay, like who's this team? Can you introduce us to your team?" So that's the reason why this whole thing came about, where we're like, "Okay, you know what? We wanted to do some kind of live. We wanted to kind of educate. We wanted to kind of like get everybody involved in what it is that we do, and like, get a feel for behind the scenes, and get a feel for who we are. So that's the reason why, every week we started bringing in different people in the teams to come and talk to you guys. And so you guys know that, all this nice stuff that we're achieving is not as a result of one person, but it's really as a result of a great, great synergy of teamwork. So, and so that's why Martin has joined me, thankfully. And so, okay, so going back to that story. So Martin, you said that, not you said, this is what happened, right? At the beginning. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Like this, I think this is what happened. So, we've been working, great synergy, right? And then the third person came along, and I'm not sure. Did Eva join the team? And that's the time where you're like, you know what? I just got this amazing job opportunity that I've been wanting. And it was really at the onset of COVID, if I'm not like, or right before it, that you're like, oh my gosh, Anna, this is this is a job of my dreams. I wanted to get into it. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And then you left, right? And then tell everybody what happened. Do you want to tell it? I don't know. Are you okay
Yeah,
to tell
yeah,
it?
yeah. I can summarize it.
Okay. Okay.
So
I know you
actually,
summarized too fast.
yeah,
All
what happened?
right.
So I dream of working on a bank. Like
Mm-hmm.
bank is a really big bank. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like I just want to
We're
talk.
not going to mention the names of the
Yeah, yeah.
bank, but yes, you got a job at a bank. Yes.
And then maybe I love counting money that is not mine. So like
You're so fun.
I even wanted to work like with a lot of people around me. So after
Mm-hmm.
I joined that bank, I took the exam, I passed, and I got the position. So maybe I think it's after 3 months or 4 months of staying with them, then I realized that this is not the family same as what I have with the Ana Alami team. So they
Mm-hmm.
how could I share? Like they don't care about their colleagues. They just do, for example, like if I were on my other colleagues' position, like I do my task, then I don't care if
Mm-hmm.
what my other colleagues are doing. So
Mm-hmm.
I found out that I am not growing because if
Mm-hmm.
I were growing by that time by myself, like I just learned by myself, like I am not in line with the company values at all, then I
Mm-hmm.
go back like thinking like on Anna's team, we are not just doing the task, but we are also helping each and everyone. Like to be honest, like
Mm-hmm.
doing, we have huddles on this team like every week, like 3 times a week. But it's not just about what is in the market, what do we need to do, but we are also helping each and every team member with regards to values. Like
Mm-hmm.
because I do believe on the saying that you can't give what you don't have. So we need to
Mm-hmm.
nurture ourselves first before we could do things. We need to build
Yeah.
our. We need to be great for us to be to offer our clients good things. We need to
I love that. Yeah.
like we need to
Yeah.
master ourselves. We need to understand ourselves first before we could give
Mm-hmm.
to our clients. So I think that's why
Absolutely.
I think I kind of begged to be back, and luckily I'm here. And then I realized like
Oh, that's nice.
until
Nice.
to be
Yeah.
honest, like up the day that I started working with this team up until now, I never stopped growing. Like not just
Mm.
personally, but professionally as well. So it's a good
Oh,
thing. I even see myself before from other team members that we have. They entered the team like very shy, like, hi, I'm like this, I'm like that. But now they're really doing
yeah,
great. And it also like
that's true.
uh it feeds me like seeing our fellow team members growing as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, like, it's more on I'm happy seeing my team members doing great. Like before, I
Hmm.
always keep myself number one, but now I am really happy seeing my team members like better than me because we help each
You
other.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, but that is actually one of the characteristics of a great leader. I think like you're a great leader, and part of what leadership does is not they don't take they're okay to step back and let their team members or who are also great leaders grow and shine and and that's the beautiful thing that we have going here in our team. I think like everybody just as you mentioned, we have huddles 3 times a week. Sorry, but I think it's great. I think it's a great bonding experience for all of us. And not only we share what's happening in the marketplace and tasks that we have to do with upcoming buyers, sellers, and things like that, and also to get better in terms of our systems. When boy do we have systems. But also it's just for a way for us to make sure that, hey, how you doing, do you need help or what have you, right? But yeah, you absolutely do that. You absolutely do. I've seen you since you came back. You blessed us back. And during the time that you were away, let's just talk about this real quick. So during that period you were away, I was like, let's see if we can, if I can like match with somebody else, if we got the good synergy. And I tried 2 separate people. And then so this is my side of the story. Try 2 separate people. It was like they're just not getting it. It's just like, oh, it doesn't look like what, like, it's not Martin, you know what I mean? I was like, it's good, but it's not Martin. Like Martin got it. And then I remember that then I saw you like, or we saw you because we at that point. We saw you like creeping on our stories, and then we saw you like liking our stuff. And we're like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? And then I said to that time our assistant, I said, hey, why don't you just reach out to him and see, hey, what's up? What's going on? And then this person reached out to you and you're like, yeah, good. And you're like, how are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, we're doing fantastic, trying to play our ticket. We're doing so good. Everything's great. And then you're like, it's good. And like, so what are you doing? Are you still doing what you're doing? And then you said, oh, kind of looking. I didn't like that. I liked what I was doing with you guys. I think that's how the story was. And then we're like, okay, so Martin, I mean, if you want to come back, we'll take you. And you're like, oh my gosh, that would be so great. And so here we are. And this was, I think, was it in 2020? I don't know when it was exactly, but since 2020. And we have definitely grown. We've definitely grown from that time. Um, but just hearing you, you know, um, it's true. We've had many team members in the team come in shy, like, oh my gosh, like don't put any kind of attention on me. Everybody's just like in the huddles, they just want to hide. But there's no hiding in the team, right? It's more like you gotta speak now, or you're not part of the team. So no, I think that we do have a great thing going right now. And I think that, you do a great work that you do. Thank you for always being a supporting hand with everybody, like just always willing. So you say like you've grown in the team, but truthfully, I mean, we've all grown. And I think that there has to be a willingness to grow as well. You can't just say, oh, you know what, you guys do everything, but you have to be open to that, right? You have to be open to the growth, and you have been. Um, what is the what is your favorite thing we do in the team? Do you have anything favorite that we do in the team that you enjoy?
Actually, with the team huddle, like for us to be able
Mm-hmm.
to know what's going on the team, like talking about not just with regards to us as a team, but also we're doing a book every month. So
Mm-hmm.
before, to be
We
honest,
have a book club. Yeah.
yeah, I don't really love reading books, but these
Yeah.
books, like the books that we already read, like we get to understand not just ourselves but also the team members, because we got a lot of realizations to the books that we have read. Like even on the
Mm-hmm.
last book
Mm-hmm.
that we have read, like I was shocked that this is how I feel. You were shocked that that's my take about the book, and it's a good thing that
Yeah,
that
it's true.
we understand everyone, the things that we want, the things that we have before, the things that we have, or the things in mind that we have on the future, and what things matters. And we value every stories that we receive from our team
Mm-hmm.
members. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I want to talk about the book that we nominated. What was it? The first book that we started reading? No, it was the second book. Um, oh my gosh, what was the book that your mom, like the whole story behind that book? And I was like, oh my gosh, I love your mom. You you want to share that story about the book that was about oh my gosh, what?
Forgot, yeah, yeah, because there's a lot of books that we already read.
We read so many different books that I'm trying to remember which book it was. It was the second book that we started reading in the team, and it's got a red front to it, or
Yeah,
it's got red. Oh, the compound effect,
the
the
compound
compound
effect, yeah.
effect, right? So tell me what happened. Like, that shocked me what you said about that book. You want to talk about it? First of
Yeah.
all, if you guys haven't read this book, this is a great book. It's a great book to read as a team. Okay, it's a great book to read as a person. But just real quickly, we still have a little bit of time. So tell us the
So
story about the book, the
the compound
compound
effect,
effect.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there is a time that I read that book, and then my mom was
Mhm.
shocked that I am reading that book. And we're using an Audible account, but the thing with me is I'm not good on like audiobooks, so I do read it
Uh-huh.
like in my hands, the book on my hands. So when my mom
Yeah.
saw it, see it, so I'm almost done with the book. Then my mom asked me to reread it again, and I was like, why does my mom recommend this book after I read
Yeah.
it? So I read it again to maybe there's a different perspective after reading it. And it really, like, for sure, my mom knows me. So she knows
Mm-hmm.
if ever I got something from that book, I need it. It's a need.
Mm-hmm.
I read that book. That book is all about like doing simple steps or small steps that would lead to a
Mm-hmm.
compound effect. Like my life,
Bigger effects. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I always look on the goal. I keep on looking on the goal.
Mm-hmm.
If I want something, I just look on the goal, but not realizing that the steps I need to take for me to be able to get that one. So
Yeah.
the moment I read that book, I realized like, yeah, I need to master my system first before reaching my goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest take that I have, that not it's not just about for you to be able to reach the bigger goal, you need to first take the simple steps or the small steps.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It's like looking at a mountain and just like taking the very first step, and then the second step, and then the third step, and just like to be able to reach the top, which is, we have different goals. And then when you get there, you have other goals and things like that. Um, and something that is, we talk about in the team is that, like, we are in the pursuit of excellence. That's the culture that we have, pursuit of excellence, meaning that there is always something to, like, now that we're here, we can can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go here? And it's not just like being, it's not just a final destination. It's just like, how far can we push this? Right. And I think that's really, really awesome. One thing you said though is that I think you said like your mom had read. Did your mom read the book?
Yeah, yeah,
That was your
yeah,
mom's book.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what she said. You said that was your mom's book, and
She read
she's
it.
like, "Oh my gosh, this book, you better read it twice. Go there, go in that room, and go ahead and read it a couple of times, and don't come out until you." My
Mom knows
hero.
best. Mom
That's
knows best.
awesome. Yeah. But it's a
She
great book.
thinks
It's a
it
great starter book. Yeah. But yeah, what shocked me last time in the book that you read last time was like really like your perspective. And I was shocked about what you were saying because, and that's what it is with the books, because
yeah.
when we talk about it, like we read it and then we talk about it in the huddles, you like suddenly expose something about you that's like,
Yeah.
oh, I never even like, I've known you since 2019, like 5 years, but I never thought this of you. So, in a good way, obviously, it's a good thing. So I think that that was really, really awesome. So with that, Martin, what do you want to say to anybody who's watching right now? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to add that maybe we didn't talk about? Like, what are your what is? Let's talk about this before we get to the final thoughts. What is your? Where do you think this team is going? Where do you think that, you joined in 2019 when it was just you and then you left and you came back and there were more people. Now we are, and then of course the team grew and it contracted, grew and contracted, but the market was also up and down and all kinds of sideways. If you know anything about real estate, you know that it's a very, very fast-paced industry, especially in the team. We just try to be able to be keeping our minds straight and the task right. But what is it that where do you think this team's going? What do you think about the future in the team? What do you think?
Yep.
Are
Just
you
to share,
excited about what's coming to the team? Or anyways, you
actually,
go ahead. I don't want to
we
talk.
already built a lot of stuffs. We already try
Mm-hmm.
to innovate everything to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
even on my first year, I think working with you, what I said is this team will be an empire, and we are claiming it. Like, so
absolutely.
I keep on saying,
Absolutely.
Anna, this team is going to be an empire. We will be
Wow.
all over the world. Like
That's so
the
awesome.
way we do stuffs is I could really brag like we are different from the others. I am seeing others, but to be honest, like this thing is really going big.
Hmm.
So we
Yeah. And
already started it. We already we already finished a long way. Not yet finished, but we already did a long way. We are still moving. But I know
uh-huh.
our goal is to become an empire and we're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Um, so it's today is April 25 at 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because we're in Ottawa. But that is so awesome. That is so awesome. I mean, like it's I love that you guys are have an amazing vision, have can see, can and are willing to take on the challenges that come with it, because of course it's not like Rome wasn't built in a day. We believe in that, but we believe in always like trying to perfect it. What if we can just do 1 degree of adjustment, 1 degree of adjustment, right? It's not like everything has to happen right away, although like you were pretty speed, like you were so quick doing things like just yesterday I was telling the team, my gosh, like Martin was doing stuff like right at the get-go, was doing stuff so fast that almost too fast to a point that I couldn't use it yet, you know. But that's the beauty. I think like everybody is really committed to doing that, to building that. But of course, with that, we're also looking at building it correctly and right way, where you know we are not just like getting getting just like participation points, but like really, really just being really good to our consumers and team members and growing together. I think because we are growing, we're able to have that vision, right? Um, so what are your final thoughts on that? So with being in our team, what do you want to say to anybody who's watching, whether they're looking to buy, to sell, some of our amazing raving fans, which we love. Did we miss out any shout outs? I'm so sorry because I'm not seeing the comments on any of our social medias right now. I know we're live, but if you have been watching us, thank you. Are you checking for the shout outs right now? If I should give any shout outs? Did we miss
We
anybody?
have like a lot of realtors watching. Maybe you could share something with them.
Oh, that's a good. I love how you just like took the focus from you to me. Okay, sure. So, for those of you who are watching, who are realtors out there, you know, whether you like you have ambitions, you have big ambitions to have a team. Like if I was to talk to myself when I started in real estate, okay, so I would look at it from that perspective, right? You're somebody who's got a lot of drive, who's got a lot of motivation, who is willing to do what it takes, love the work, but can't get in front of the right people. Um, I would say, you know, don't look at, first of all, always compare yourself with yourself yesterday. And every little improvement is improvement. Always try to look for a mentor. Always try to look for someone who is already doing it and, you know, see what they're doing. Oftentimes, you know, just having those conversations with them, wanting to be part of their team. I think one thing I gotta say is that when I joined the world of real estate, I really wanted to do everything. And I thought, you know what, teams would just approach me and say, hey, you know, do you want to join our team or what have you? Um, you know, being in that place where we need always team members, you know, we are growing and we have this big vision. I would say you guys should reach out if it's something that, you know, what you're hearing is of interest to you. You feel that you want to grow. There is so much room for growth here. You just heard Martin, you heard Eva last week. You're going to hear it from some other team members in the following weeks. But first of all, have the vision, be committed to wanting to whatever that vision is. Don't give up just because the market shifted, the interest rates went up, or COVID happened. Like all of this that happened, by the way, since 2019, like we haven't had a moment of like normalcy. We had like COVID, then it was like the interest rates, then now, you know, budget changes and things like that. But all through the years, we've been pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to find ways in which we can get people into home ownership or homeowners to their next homes and so on and so forth. So don't allow your dreams to be taken away from you because of one thing that's happened, whether it's on the personal level or something completely out of your you know you're doing. Just push through. Find the right people. You know, there are a lot of people, unfortunately, like social media and everywhere, it's so loud, there's so much noises around that it just makes some people that are actually doing it become obscure. So find the right people. You know, you can see their success and they're more than happy to lend a helping hand to you, so long as you're committed, so long as you're genuine. Like, I don't know if you guys notice, anybody that's been watching, part of the reason why I want to bring in our team members is for you to see how everybody in the team is genuinely, like, deep inside they're happy, right? Deep inside they're motivated. Deep inside they are wanting to be part of this team. Nobody's being forced to be part of this team. And this is something that we've all created together. It's not just myself, it's we've all created together, and we're safeguarding it. So if you think that this is something like you in the world of real estate, hey, give us a call, DM us. But maybe we're not in your marketplace yet. Definitely reach out. We'd love to help any way we can. But with that, yeah, that's what I would say to anybody watching, realtors watching. All right, Martin, going back to you, what is your final thoughts? What is the final message you want to share with viewers who've been watching and who got to know who is Martin and who is the man behind all these amazing, beautiful designs, which, by the way, I see a lot of people look and be like, I see a lot of, how do we say it? A lot of people like it so much that they like to rebrand it to themselves, which we're totally okay with. But the creative genius behind it is right here, or I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction, is Martin here. So Martin, why don't you share with everybody your final thoughts?
Okay. Everyone watching, if there's a buyer and seller as well, before you forgot, we are offering free consultations. We offer free home evaluations. There is our number, the 613-9,000,009. You could just call that number for us to also show you our services. And final thoughts for everyone, like, thank you for watching our live. Like, I hope you learned a lesson. I hope you were able to know our team. You were able to get lessons how we do it on this team, and how could we better on our lives. So that's it for me, Anna.
Thank you so much, Martin. I really appreciate you being here every day and like really making us look good. So thank you so much. It's been a blessing since 2019, except that little piece of time. But I can't wait to see what future holds in the team because of all the awesome team members in the team. So thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome.
Thank you guys for watching us, and hopefully this brought value to you. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.